everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a great night. So, I just got off of work. I am very tired, but it's a good tired. It's a good tired that you get when you work hard. And Amberlynn has been busy tonight, very, very busy. She did a live stream earlier. She was reacting, not reacting to the video, but she was giving her thoughts on the video that was put out by Mr. Snowflake Under the Hood. She had some thoughts about that. She had some thoughts about Emily. And currently, she's on a live stream right now. And I haven't taken a look at it because I was working, but I'll take a look at it later and see what is there, what the vibe is. And there's all kinds of stuff to go over on Twitter. So I hope you guys enjoy this react. So, how about we just get into Twitter peeps and let's go. All right, so let me just go ahead and bring up the Twitter peeps. I've been collecting stuff for you guys. So, for those of you that are on Twitter that you would like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. And for those of you not on Twitter, that's why I do the Twitter peeps. That way you can keep up with all the Twitter stuff without actually having to be there. So let's start out with something positive, courtesy of Post of Cat saying, "You came home earlier." So apparently, this cat doesn't want the owners knowing that it likes the dog. The cat will love all over the dog when no one's looking, but when the owners are looking, she has to act like, "I don't really like the dog." See, caught, busted. So we have to put on appearances, do we? Okay. Punch Cat says the best kind of siblings. This person says, "My daughter calls home from college to say good night to our cat." So here's the audio.
Night, TJ.
Oh, aw, the cat misses its owner. That's so sweet. And hey, here's a creative idea, courtesy of Cats with Powerful Auras. So this person got creative. My dad bought an old TV and gutted it to turn it into a cat bed. Wonderful, wonderful idea. And cats do love high places. They feel safe that way. So what a creative idea for how to repurpose like an old vintage TV. I approve, and it looks like the cat does too, because look, it loves its cat bed. All right, now, can we talk about Quirky Love Rosie for just a half second? So everybody knows that Quirky Love Rosie has been all up in Amberlynn's Kool-Aid. She's been all up in her chats, giving her support. And shocking, I guess Amberlynn did not give the same support to Rosie that Rosie gave to Amberlynn. Surprise, surprise. So Perfectly Imperfect says Quirky Love Rosie says that after being there for ALR during her time of need, it wasn't reciprocated. How about that? Anybody surprised? Because I'm really not. But let's listen to the clip.
I can understand that perspective, New Name. I'm not going to agree or deny at this point, but I understand, especially because last night, I mean, I know she's going through some shit, but I reached out to her because I wanted to talk to her. I needed to talk to her, and she didn't reciprocate the energy I had for her. So,
And you're surprised by that, Rosie? Are you really shocked? Narcs, that's right on par with people who are narcs. They love you when they need you, but when they don't need you, they don't acknowledge you. That's just how they work. When they need you, they are your best friend, they are your lover, they are your partner. They are anything you want them to be. They are right there by your side. But when the need goes away, suddenly you're not important anymore. They don't care. And you're just finding this out about Amberlynn when you've known about her all along. This is such a shocker to you. You thought you'd be different in her eyes. You're not.
but she's going through some shit, so I guess I'm trying to be understanding about that. But
You look very hurt by that, Rosie, but you shouldn't be surprised. I mean, you're not some newbie on the scene when it comes to girl world. You've known about Amberlynn. Like, you should have seen this coming a mile away, but I guess you didn't. I guess you thought you were the exception. Guess you're finding out you're not. So, Lori Koff says, Amberlynn, log off. Yeah, there we go. Amberlynn she's live right now. Like, she won't stop going live. She just won't stop. She's just making all kinds of money, isn't she? Shenanigans says, Amber is terrified of being alone. Yes, she is. The girls, they just don't know how to do alone well. They don't know how to be alone and just take care of themselves and focus on themselves and heal themselves and fix their problems. They're all about, let me be broken and have a partner who will put up with and tolerate all of my issues. And they think that throwing a person money excuses bad behavior and excuses said untreated issues. Well, not always. Shenanigans says, Amber diagnosing herself using Google while live is wild. So is that what she's doing during the current live? Oh my. Amber, you can't diagnose yourself. And even if you did diagnose yourself, even if you had the power to diagnose yourself, which you don't because you're not certified and you don't have any training, do you have the same power to heal yourself? I don't think so, because if you did, then you wouldn't be broken anymore. Or would you? Would you let yourself be broken if you could heal yourself? Maybe, because you need talking points and you use your issues as talking points. Perfectly Imperfect says ALR is live right now, smug as ever, Googling narcissistic rage versus BPD rage, like she's doing research. Girl, you're not curious. You've already decided it was BPD rage, so you don't look bad and you don't have to take accountability. Most of us saw narcissistic rage. You've already forgiven Emily. LOL. Okay. You're a narcissist. Full stop. The internet's not your therapist. So y'all know that I just did a tarot reading on the whole Amberlynn, Tommy thing. Like, I told you they're not done. I told y'all she's not done. They are not done. They are not through. This is not over. Far from it. Amberlynn doesn't know how to let go. And if Tommy was telling the truth about all the things that Amberlynn did to her, and she goes back anyway, what do you say to that? Like, I guess having somebody at your house, them acting toxic, not letting you sleep, although you are a healthcare worker, and that could be dangerous for you and your patients, gouging their fingernails into your arm and causing marks. I guess none of that was enough reason to stay away. Well, so she's forgiven Emily. And this whole time that this whole thing's been going on, she's been talking to Emily. And I just kept saying to y'all, I'm like, that feels funny to me. That during her crash out live, she was actively talking to Emily. And then Emily being in her chat, it's like, when you're done, you're done. But they were never done because they just could not stop being around each other. So toxic, codependent relationship, I guess, whatever makes you happy. Shenanigans says, so Amber is going to take Tommy back, right? Tommy never left. Tommy's been far too close to Amberlynn to say that she was ever away from her. Foop Olympics says Amber is already backtracking, saying she still loves Emily and regrets speaking out. Talking about how because she's an empath, oh God, here we go. She can feel that Emily is in pain and is causing her pain. And they're still texting, Snapchatting, or they are definitely getting back together. Well, forgive me if I'm wrong, but if you're with somebody and you're Snapchatting and you're video chatting and texting, are you really broke up? It doesn't feel like a breakup, does it? No. Foop Olympic says Amberlynn told us that she caught Emily pleasuring herself to morbidly obese women hooking up to oxygen tanks as they lay in hospital beds. Oh, morbid. But the final straw that made her leave was Emily contacting a reaction channel. So I guess this clip is from the current live. Let's listen.
But when it's something so extreme as this, like me and Emily have literally genuinely been in a relationship this whole time, except for like 3 days ago. The fact that it was so easy for Emily, the minute we got into an argument, to turn to Snowflake, it felt like the final boss type of thing. Like, it drastically hurt. It was like, okay, I was able to forgive you for everything you've done. Everything.
You know, I'm everybody's got a different set of interests. I'm gonna just say it that way. Like different things turn different people on. We've all known that Emily is into very, very big women. Do I think it's kind of weird that she is pleasuring herself looking at obese women hooked up to oxygen tanks? That just feels morbid. Like, Emily, do you have like an obese fetish mixed with like a sick fetish of some sort? I don't know. I'm not inside your mind and I don't want to go there. But that just feels yucky. That's just my opinion. Okay, so that's it for the Twitter peeps. So let's go on to her live stream. And I did see some of this earlier. I just peeked in. I couldn't react to it because I was busy and I wanted to see if it was worth reacting to. She's still mad. This was like 9 hours ago. And Smuglin was in full effect. Oh, yes, she was. Yes, she was. And I'll react to some of this. So go ahead, Amber. Say what you got to say.
Do not and will not be watching per se, like listening with my fucking ears. Snowflake's video, he triggers me. He gives me anxiety. He is an apologist. He has made tons of people believe that a 12-year-old lies about SA. So not dealing with that. I strongly dislike him. So what I asked my friend on Snapchat, I was like, can you go to his video and just screenshot all of the things that Emily said? And
how lazy are you? If you want to know what Emily said, why don't you screenshot yourself? Or since you're talking to Emily through text and Snapchat, why don't you ask her? Since you know the two of you are still maintaining contact.
When she sent them to me, they were all out of order. It just didn't seem like it made sense. I don't know. So unfortunately, what I have to do is click the video and I have it on mute. I don't want to listen to it. I'm going to respond to what she said. And
I agree with this super chat here. The Brow says, life would be so much easier if you would just be honest. You know what, Brows? I'll do you one better. Life would be easier for her if she would just take accountability for what she does and what she says. It would probably shock all of YouTube, all of Girl World, if one of the girls took accountability and actually came online and said, you know what? I'm an awful person and I've done awful things. And these things that have happened, it's my fault. I made those choices. I did those things. I said those things. I caused a lot of hurt. I'm taking accountability here. I'm not going to run from it anymore. I'm just going to take accountability. It would shock all of us. Our heads would explode. But all that Amber does is run run from accountability. Always running, always escaping, always lying, always gaslighting, never taking accountability.
Nervous because Emily messaged me last night and we've been arguing through text messages. And it's been again.
And again, like, why are they talking to each other? Why? All of this pain, all this toxicity, all this everything. They are not good together, obviously. They are not a good match. So why be together? What is the point? You get two people, you put them in a room, there's arguments, there's fights, and Amber might be throwing things and Emily's running to the next room. This is not two people who should be together. So you want to be together, but is it possible? No, because you're both toxic together. There's situations, there's fights. What is the point of hanging on if there's no solid foundation? If there's just nothing but anger and rage and fights, what? I don't get it.
It's been just this vicious cycle of what it's been this whole time, of her saying one thing, me saying another, her saying one thing, me remembering another, her saying one thing, me experiencing another.
And I've got a question for you, Amber. If you're not willing to change, like I don't know Emily, don't want to know her. She's trash too. You're both trashy. Okay, you're both trashy. And for so many different reasons. But if you're not willing to change, if you're not willing to get a grip on your insecurity and your jealousy and your controlling ways and just your temper, whatever mental or emotional issues, you're not willing to change or fix any of that, then how is the relationship going to work? It will never work. Like, you bring a lot of baggage into the relationship, a lot of emotional baggage, a lot of mental baggage. You are a burden. Sorry, but you are. So if you're bringing all this stuff into the relationship, all this unhappy stuff, this unhealed stuff, this broken stuff, how could it work? It can't. It really can't. You're just clinging on to somebody because you don't want to be alone.
And I feel like I'm going actually genuinely crazy right now. I genuinely feel insane. I forgot to get my AirPods. Fuck it. I don't have long. I have to get ready. I'm actually still a mess right now. I'm going to be hanging out with my grandma and my mom today. I saw my mom last night. I saw my friend last night. Like, my friend was busy as hell yesterday and last night, but she purposely made time to come visit me because this whole fucking situation, and like, genuinely meant the world to me. Like, even my mom was like, that is the sweetest shit ever. Like, I have been going through it and it's just like, it feels like never ending. And I don't know how the same reaction channel, actually all of the reaction channels, who once thought my ex was all of these horrendous things.
And we still do. That opinion has not changed. I'm sorry, Amber. I have looked around at the reaction channels that you're talking about. I've looked around different people to see what the vibe is. I'm on Twitter. I show the Twitter peeps to everyone. I haven't seen people praising Emily and saying, oh, she's a good person. And we don't like Emily. We didn't like Emily then. We don't like her now. The whole Mr. Snowflake under the hood video, it wasn't about Mr. Snowflake liking Emily or being on Emily's side. It was about, we just want to know your side of the story. We want to hear her side. I mean, you spent hours and hours and hours yesterday giving us your side of things. You did 2 live streams. I reacted to both. You had 5+ hours telling all kinds of details. And you were doing it because you were on the defensive you were taking the preemptive strike. You want to put your narrative out there. You want to get ahead of the curve before Emily said anything, before the video came out. You were also doing it because you wanted to make as much money as you could before the video came out, because maybe you were worried that once the video came out, people on your channel would leave, your money might go down. So you're like, let me just grab at this coin while I can. And now the video has come out, and now you're still kind of having a bit of a crash out to it. You're still defensive. You are not taking accountability, and you probably never will.
Like, have now like switched the script, and Emily is like a saint, and we need to like interview her. You know what? I want to be interviewed. Like, when is it my fucking turn?
You had your turn. This is your channel. The Amberlynn Reid channel is your channel. And you have free reign to say whatever you want on your channel and be heard. So you spent 5+ hours being heard. Although I did notice there were no receipts. You're making all kinds of claims with no receipts. You got text messages. Where are they? Is there anything you can bring forth as proof to back up, oh, this happened and this happened and this happened? No. No receipts. And don't tell me you don't keep them. Don't tell me you don't have them. You hold on to them. You do. You got receipts. Just when it comes to YouTube, you don't show them.
But no, none of these reaction channels want to put it in a light of, you know what? Amberlynn has done some fucking shitty things, but maybe for the first fucking time, she might actually be slightly a victim here.
No. No, you're not. No, you're not. You desperately want to be a victim, but you're not. Sorry. Wrong answer. Not a victim. No.
But no one wants to see it that way.
No, it's not that we don't want to see it that way. It's just that it's not that way. It's not how things are.
They once did. They once were trying to get me away from the feeder. But now it's like the roles are reversed. Flip the script.
Well, we wanted to let you know about Tommy having that fetish, although you probably already knew. I mean, how could you not know? If your love interest has a very strong fetish, very strong, and if you're talking to them and they tell you about the ex-girlfriend and like my ex-girlfriend's 1,000 pounds, and I'm sure you discussed all that. I'm sure that happened. So you already knew, but then we found out. And then we put the information out there. And we were just letting you know, hey, did you know this? And you chose, with the knowledge, to go ahead and stay with Emily anyway. So I guess you're okay with the feedy stuff.
Scritch. Flip the script. Yes, Bug Love.
And what was most disturbing about Emily's feedy fetish is it seems like Emily likes to take it to the extreme, because there are different levels to it. Emily takes it to the absolute extreme. She wants her partners, I guess, to be as big as possible. Her last partner was 1,000 pounds. 1,000 pounds, Amber. Passed away, Amber. Dangerous. And you know that.
100%. I don't want to do this. I regret not doing this with the whole Beck thing, but it's my turn to respond to exactly what Emily said. And I'm scared in the sense of like, she has been threatening me.
Show the receipts. Show the receipts. How has she been threatening you? You can't just say something like that and then not show the receipts. If you say something like that, the burden of proof is on you to show receipts to back up what you say. Why not come online and show receipts and say, like, this person was threatening me and here's the proof. This person said this or did that. Here's the proof. Back it up with some proof. And I'm loving that face right there That would be an amazing thumbnail. Oh, you guys know how I love to do photography. That's my thumbnail. Yes, it is. Thank you, Amber. But go ahead.
She's doing this whole dance of, if you shut up, I'll shut up. My thing is, did I get more sleep? Only 2 hours. I feel like I'm literally unhinged. My whole thing is, for 8 months of the time that we were in a relationship, I know you're watching, hi. You were literally online, publicly humiliating me and hurting me while we were in a relationship. You were doing it anonymously, but also with your name.
And you knew about it and you still stayed. And you're still talking to her. You're still Snapchatting her. You guys go back and forth in DMs. Choices, Amber, choices.
So hardcore that people were actually truly believing we weren't together. And I had to keep my mouth shut. Why? Because one, I literally loved you. I did not want to hurt you. I did not want to start a war with you. You were my girlfriend. We were in a relationship, a committed, loyal relationship. And then finally, when I said, oh, her going to Snowflake is actually the last straw, which is normally something that I would forgive and forget, and I wouldn't say a fucking word. I finally said, this is my last straw. You're threatening me? I need everyone to make it make sense because I can't. I truly can't. Okay. I really need to do this. I have to be off of here, I would say, in an hour, hour and a half. I don't fucking know. I'm long-winded. Oh, life would be so much easier if you were just honest. Guess what? I am being honest. And that's what makes this easy for me.
Donna says, please tell us you stopped all contact with her, Amber. You can't keep messaging her. Oh, but she is. During the crash out stream, they were actively messaging each other during the crash out stream and they haven't stopped. They won't stay away from each other.
Thank you. Y'all like y'all are Sades. Amber is a human. Thank you, Nikki. 100%. Baby girl, thank you for the super chat. Nikki, thank you as well. The brows always love the support. Genova said, hey girl, you have all our support. What she's done is unacceptable. Thank you, Genova. I appreciate that so much. We believe you, Amberlynn. I cannot wait until you take them both to court. Thank you, Leslie. I appreciate that so much. You did lie at 12. You told mom it was dad's friends. No, I fucking didn't, Jawbone. Thank you for your money. I wish my mom was fucking here to like throw it in your face that is not fucking true. Thank you and goodbye.
I just think it's wild. You see how she is right now during the live, right, guys? It's wild that she is this rude, this obnoxious, this smug, this thanks for the money, and people are still throwing money at her. And it's not people that like her, it's people that don't like her. What a backwards world we live in. I don't understand. The people that are saying that hate super chats, why are you doing this? You're giving money to someone you don't like. Please explain why. I need to understand.
Two separate situations. Thank you. Fucking sick apologist. Like, I genuinely can't. Like, who? Watch it first, Amber. You're reacting way over the top. Probably. But I think it's because of the shit that I've been dealing with for now a year. I am becoming so fucking just like, and it's like not even just a year. It's like the fact that she had the audacity to message me last night and I was trying to reply with these like well thought out responses. Why do I take the time? Why do I take the time? I don't know.
Bigger question, why are you two still talking?
The brows, you're so fucking insane. Like, it's actually crazy. Let's say she did all that. Okay, that doesn't change what you did. My whole thing is like, why is it always Amberlynn? Why is it always Amberlynn that's in the fall? Always Amberlynn. You know what's funny? One thing that I know to be true is that Emily was held at gunpoint. I do know that to be true. Like, it's literally in court documents. That's not a lie. That's something that did happen.
And that relates to this how?
And when it happened, I stuck by her side. I made a whole video. I wrote a whole fucking thing and read it in a YouTube video. And I stuck up for her through and through, because you want to know why? The haters and the girl world of it all and the reaction channels were saying that it was Emily's fault that happened to her. Gunpoint, bro. Like, I'm probably not even gonna get monetized for this video because it's fucking so crazy and off the fucking chain.
And here we go. Spooky says, show us her threats, or you're lying once again. Yeah, show us the receipts. This is girl world. We like receipts. Back it up with proof. Where is the proof? You're making claims. The burden of proof is on you to prove your case. This is your channel, Amber. This is your live stream, Amber. You could show receipts. You could make a video and show receipts. Put everything in a timeline and go here, 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 and here. We got nothing from you except words and words and more words. Word salad with some nonsense dressing.
Somehow, when I was in love with Emily and in a relationship and in Wisconsin, and people thought I was like so happy, whatever, it was Emily's fault that happened. Okay. But now Amberlynn does reactive abuse to like literally some crazy shit. And all of a sudden, oh, poor Emily. It's not making sense to me. And I'm going insane. I'm genuinely going insane. You guys are literally witnessing it firsthand, a bitch going insane. And this is what I had to deal with. It's like, holy fuck. I'm very sorry for your situation. I wish you a lot of strength. I really hope you see you're worthy. Please, nobody deserves this. Great that you have your family supporting you. A big hug and love. Thank you so much. You've always been so sweet, and I appreciate it. Deborah, welcome to Stream Queens Mini. Can I ask you some questions? Baby girl, go for it. Ask it up. No one has a right to downplay a person's trauma. Thank you, Stacy. Show us her threats. I'm not going to show you our text messages, but I can read them to you.
No. Don't read them to the audience. You got the text messages on your phone? Show the text messages. Just straight up from phone to screen. Show the text messages. You got your phone right there. Just hold it up to the screen. Or you could take screenshots of the text messages and put them in a timeline in a video. I mean, that would work too. Or once again, you're lying.
Fuck off, Spooky. Thank you for the money. Porcahontas, thank you, Nicole. And the 62 people who thumbs that up, you know what? Make it 100. Let's get that fucking thing up to 100. Not only is it fat shaming, but you're making fun of someone that genuinely was in a relationship, fat shaming their partner. So those of you who agree to that, I would never want to be in a relationship with you. Like, genuinely and wholeheartedly, like, you guys are sick. If roles were reversed and I was making fun of my partner behind their back, you guys would be like, you're an abuser, you're horrible, you're the worst girlfriend ever, you're this, you're that. And you know what's funny? Let's go back to the Beck situation right quick.
Yeah, let's go back to that for a minute. And thank you for saying that, because I want to bring something up. Something that you said to Beck. It's very strange, Amber. You are a woman of a bigger size, and you actually said to Beck, you said to them, that if you were of a smaller size, you would never be with Beck. Strange thing for a woman of a bigger size to say. Like, if I were smaller, I wouldn't be with you. I'm with you because I'm a bigger size. You said to her, if I was a normal size or a smaller size, I would not be with you. Like, this. Very, very weird for you to say that.
So many people were like, oh my God, Amberlynn was an abuser. Why did, like, I can't believe it. Like, da-da-da. But no one ever, like, sits there and goes.
So basically you were saying to Beck, I'm only with you because I'm fat. But if I were skinnier, I wouldn't choose you. Nice thing to say to your partner. Someone who took care of you, did everything for you. Yeah, nice attitude.
why did Beck stay? Like, it's Beck's fault. No one.
I want to go back to this super chat. Normal regular girl says, you have a history of being abusive too. Yes, she does. Multiple people that didn't know each other, different timelines, all saying the same things about Amber, different behaviors that she had. Mandy says, Amber, you could literally shut everyone up with proof. Yep, she sure could. She sure could.
One ever does that. They have all this like sympathy for Beck, but yet I was in a relationship where I stayed in Wisconsin for 3 months where I felt genuinely miserable, and everyone's like, it's your fault. It's like, I have never felt more fucking crazy in my life ever. Like, I have never been with someone like this in my life who genuinely, I have never screamed at the top of my lungs till I've been in a relationship with her. Yes, I have done some dramatic bullshit, like call me drama queen, call me drama Lynn, like let's do it all. Like call me borderline babe, I don't give a fuck. But I have never screamed or felt as insane as I have as being in a relationship with her.
Well, if you're in a relationship with somebody and whoever it is, you're around them and they drive you to those levels of rage. And this rage is happening a lot. And you're throwing things and they're just making you crazy. Maybe you shouldn't be with that person. Maybe that's a sign to get away and stay away, because that ain't the person you're supposed to be with. Because if you're with the right person, like you're not going to act that way. If they're bringing out the worst in you a lot, it's happening a lot. It's time to go and stay gone.
Period. I have never felt that kind of rage from all of the fucking pain and destruction. And guess what? This is entertainment for you guys, so I hope you're enjoying. Well, I'm literally fucking going insane. Thank you, Pancake, for the super chat. Receipts are your line. Of course. Fuck off. Thank you for the money. You have a history of being abusive, though.
Yep, she sure does. Explain your way out of that one, Amber.
You guys have a history of just hearing like hearsay. So think about that for a second. I was never abusive. Like I've genuinely explained this so many.
Amber, you have different people. I reacted to the Under the Hood Mr. Snowflake video. Different people on there saying the same things about you, that you throw things, gouging your nails into people's arms, being insecure, controlling people's time. Again, different people, different timelines saying the same things about you, and the only connecting point is you. Like, just because I'm a reactor, if I were just some person on the street, didn't know about Girl World, and I've got 3 or 4 different people who don't know each other, who just know you, saying the same things about you, I would see a pattern of behavior. There are many patterns of behavior with you. And, like a bunch of different people saying the same things. Obviously, there's something to that.
Time, so it's like, why am I going to get into it again? Genuinely, truly. And you know who else has a history of being abusive? Emily. Whoa. Fucking crazy, isn't it? Nobody is switching up and saying that they love her now. You both are problematic. The difference with you is that you have a history of abusive behavior. So does she. Amber, you could probably shut everyone up with proof. I probably could, but I'm not like this girly pop that's just like, here's proof, plus how the fuck do I show it? My last message, I'm sorry for you because you can't accept responsibility is why you can't grow. I hope you grow one day. I hope that you continue sending me super chats. Thank you. Luna, welcome to Stream Queen's Mini. It sounds like you're in a trauma bond with her. Oh!
This is a great super chat. Mandy says, why should we believe your words, but not your ex's? because you're on her channel and she wants you to believe her narrative. See, she's trying to spin this web of everybody stay here, everybody listen to me. I tell the truth, even though I'm a huge liar and manipulator and gaslighter. Believe in me. Don't listen to the other side. Don't listen to what they have to say. Don't get the other side of the story. Just listen to my side and believe only me.
Without a doubt, there's a trauma bond. 100,000%.
And you think that's healthy? If there is a trauma bond between you and Tommy, is that healthy? If what's bonding you together is trauma, is that healthy? Is that going to be a healthy relationship? Or is that going to be a relationship full of sickness? If you are sick and she is sick, is it healthy to be sick together? Or does it make more sense for the both of you to be separated and maybe she can heal and you can heal? But you can't heal together. If you two are together and there's issues on top of issues on top of issues, how can there be a chance of health when there's so much sickness going on?
Cute as a button. I love your username, by the way. Stay strong, take deep breaths, and don't allow anyone to drag you down to their level. Lots of love from England. Thank you so much. All exes have said the same thing about you. You know what's funny about that? It's easy to do when you have thousands of people backing you up. Thousands. Literally thousands. They violated your expectation of privacy by releasing private text messages. You have a legal case here. Ranch Girly, thank you so much for the super chat. And genuinely, I had no idea that happened. Love that for me. Genova, thank you for the super chat. Here for you. Thank you, Strawberry Soda. I love all the sodas. I need more sodas in my life. Nicole, come on. I bet you don't like being bullied. No one does. Puppy, welcome to Stream Queens Mini. I can't learn another word, John, but thank you for your money. You two are still together. Lies. You never post. We're not together anymore. I could trust you that, James, but thank you. I mean, on my content, I want you to be heard. So okay, Romeo, what are you doing, baby? He's climbing on me. So you want to do an interview type deal? Thank you for the super chat. I have BPD, girl, doesn't matter. These people know it and absolutely know what they are doing. Yeah. 1,000%. 1,000%. Karu, I don't know how to pronounce her name. I'm so sorry, but thank you for joining Stream Queens Mini. Why should we believe your words but not your exes? Mandy, that's a good question. Like, this is very much like hearsay. It's like, do you believe this person or do you believe that person? My question for everyone truly is, have you ever seen me this fucking like insane? Like, go back to not the live stream from yesterday, but the one from like the first one I did about this whole mess. Have you ever seen me that hurt? Have you genuinely ever seen me that hurt about another ex?
I think a lot of that was performative, very performative. And you were doing all the performative things, pretending to cry, doing the hands to the face. Oh my God, I'm so hurt. Like, because you weren't really crying. You were faking your way through a lot of it. I mean, I just watched the Under the Hood video, and Tommy said in text messages back and forth with Mr. Snowflake that you would get into a fight with Tommy and be like, oh, this is a great time for me to do a video about Rarity because I'm already crying, and people will think the crying is because of the cat, not because of the fight you just had with Tommy. So you were using one situation to make a video to gain sympathy. I mean, that's just diabolical. Like, hang on, we're fighting, I'm upset. I am going to monetize this upset in another way. Their thinking is diabolical. So if you can do that, yeah, you can fake your way through. We're broke up when we're really not. I hate her when I really don't, although you're still talking to her. Performative.
To that point where I'm like literally gasping for air.
Well, fake tears do take a lot of effort, don't they? Versus really actually crying. It takes a lot of effort to like fake an emotion versus actually having an emotion.
Is she someone walking by, sweeties? Girl, you get you a booty biscuit with jam. Olivia. Thank you. You can't just keep Beck's name out of your mouth, can you? Oh my god, get a life. Thank you for your money. Um Amber, honestly, you need some time to yourself. You're telling me, Tony. Whew.
And she does, but she's not taking the time to herself. She won't stop live streaming. So she comes online. Every live stream is like, I haven't had any sleep. I'm really tired. She looks awful. And she won't just take a day and breathe. She's like, just let me live stream, let me live stream, let me live stream. If you're feeling messed up inside, you need some time to yourself. Just take some time and breathe. Take a day off, Amber. You've done enough live streams, Amber, but you see the money rolling in and you're like, no, I can't take a day off. I'm going to come online and look awful and monetize that too.
Can you throw it back? Hell yeah, I can. And you know who loved it? Emily. Baby girl said yes, exactly. I'll think about it. Stay strong and start saying what? I don't know what that means, but thank you for your super chat. How can she be what she's into and body shame you? Insane behavior on their part. I don't understand it. It makes me feel like I was so hurt because it's like, you guys know, like, people my size are just not accepted in society. We're not like the standard of beautiful. 9 times out of 10, people with my body type are very insecure. We hate what we look like. 9 times out of 10, we're not with a partner who actually really likes our body. We're with a partner who, you know, falls in love with our personality, or it's our eyes, or, you know, it's the cute button nose, or you have such a wonderful heart. I love your laugh. Being around you so fun. But like, I'm just going to deal with your body because I fell in love with the rest. And finally I got with someone that like desired my body, and I've never experienced that before. And it feels like, it genuinely felt like I took some like drug that I've never taken before. It was intoxicating. It was blissful. It was something I've never felt before. As a 34-year-old woman, I've never felt that, and I finally did. So then when she would make fun of me and she would make fat jokes, like literally to my face, that's one of the reasons why I knew it was her that said Pocahontas, who said that if I lost weight, I'd look like a melted candle. Because she also said that about another girl who lost a bunch of weight. And that's how I knew it was her. And she lied and lied and lied. She was like, that's not my Reddit. That's not my Reddit. That's actually my friends. That's actually my friends. And then she finally admitted it to me, and she said it was hers. But how do you go from saying that you desire my body to literally making fun of it?
I think I have an answer for that. It may be not the right answer, but it's an answer. It's just a guess because Emily has her fetish, her extreme feety fetish. She likes really, really, really big women. And there's nothing wrong with that, liking big women. But I don't think she saw you as a person. I think she saw you just as a fetish fulfillment, if that makes sense. Like if she has this certain fetish and your body type fits into that fetish, to that lifestyle, like that might have been the appeal. But unfortunately, there's a big difference between I'm gravitating towards somebody for a minute because I have a fetish and their body type or whatever they do satisfies that fetish, and falling in love with an actual person. Like, I love this person. I love all of them. And I feel a spiritual bond with them. And they are my equal. They are my partner. And I want to be with them for life. There's a big difference, Amber. I mean, I'm hearing something in my head right now. You gravitated towards Emily because you were attracted to her, but also there's an air of desperation about you. You are desperate for someone to love you, to accept you as you are, your body, your behaviors, your everything. But Emily did not fall in love with all of you. She fell in love with part of you, with maybe your body shape or your pounds, but she fell in love with certain parts, but not all. She wasn't attached to all. And like the two of you are oil and water, honestly. So you were just a fetish to her. And you'll probably always be a fetish to her. And at that moment, when you were talking to Tommy, that was enough then. But what you want and what she wants are different. She wants a fetish, you want a partner. That's the problem.
Behind my back, also to my face, calling me a fat ass. I get that I'm not beautiful. I get that I'm not like desirable, but she made me feel that way and then completely took it away. And from that point on, it was so hard for me to open up to her again. But people love it. Like, usernames are genuinely Pocahontas because people love to see my pain. People.
Let's be real. Let's be really real, Amber. People like to see my pain, you say. Then again, you like to show your pain. You can't wait to get on camera and performative cry. I mean, the text messages you did, the ones that Emily did, saying that you guys got into a fight, you were crying, and you're like, hang on, I'm crying, and I should go to the bathroom and wash my face and get the ugly tears off my face and like calm down. No, no, no. I'm going to monetize those tears. So you like to show your pain or what looks like pain because you want to make coin with it. So you're accusing all of us watching you as this is our entertainment. We like to see your pain, but yet you love to put it out there, don't you? You want to put it out there. You want sympathy. You want super chats. Hello. Don't act like you are being farmed out, ma'am. When you're the one who puts yourself on your own farm and puts yourself on display, tears and all, to make that coin.
Genuinely are so entertained by it and they genuinely love it. So good for them. They got their way. So that's that. What does it feel like being the main character? Exhausting, Nikki. Exhausting. Everyone has flaws in a relationship. You're just a public figure, so people are parasocial and weird. They should stop watching if it's a problem to them. Marissa, they never will. They'll never stop watching. They love the train wreck of it all. They genuinely love it. Use this $2.
And you obviously love being the train wreck. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't do streams like this. You would take some time off and go, my head is messed up. I don't want to bring that to the internet. I don't want to put that in front of people. I'm going to take some me time and take care of me. But you hop on camera as soon as you have a bad moment and you share it with the world. And then you get mad when people comment on it and they got opinions and feelings about it.
And trim Twinkie's nails ASAP. I get her done at the groomers, but thank you very much. Like all of their grooming appointment. It was scheduled for a completely different time, but they called and had to reschedule. That's why it hasn't been done yet. I've literally been talking about that. But thank you for the money. What you went through matters and you don't have to downplay it because others don't care. Don't let anyone make you feel like you have to minimize your pain. You're not alone in this. I feel alone. But thank you. Like, I genuinely feel alone and I feel confused. I feel sad. I feel broken. I feel like it just sucks. Like, this whole thing sucks so bad. And like, I'm dreading reacting to the screenshots. That's why I'm like prolonging this as much as possible because I just don't even want to know. Because if she can literally message me and make me feel like the sky is pink, then it's like, what the fuck? Like, not trying to impose on you, just to help. Thank you. I do appreciate you, baby girl. Explain the proof you lied about letting R out. I did not lie about
Oh, yes, you did. We saw the text messages. There were timestamps. You lied.
Letting R out. I will literally take that to my grave or to my cremation or to wherever the fuck I go once I pass on. I swear on everything and everyone.
I wouldn't swear if I was you.
SF deleted stuff critical of her. Oh, I know Snowflake did. Oh, I know he deleted stuff critical of her. I'm literally not stupid. I know this, and I know this because of Emily. Emily follows along on all this crap. I personally don't. I don't watch the reaction channels. I don't go on the forums. I don't go on the Reddits. That shit scares me beyond belief. But she
Lies. You a lie. Ma'am, you've been busy on YouTube. Going after different reaction channels, going on Reddit posts, trying to have stuff deleted. What do you mean you don't watch reaction channels? What do you mean? Then explain giving trouble to the ankle and all the other channels you've been going after. Explain that. I don't watch them, but I'll give trouble to them.
He does. No, it's not you, it's her. Thank you for the support, Genova.
Actually, it's both of them. It's not her, it's not Emily, it's both of them. They are both trash, they are both at fault. They won't get away from each other. Even now, they won't. They are both at fault for all this drama.
Can you tell my friend Rianne, good luck. She's getting a well-needed facelift tomorrow. Rianne, good luck on your facelift. Yeah. Sorry I'm so like a Debbie Downer right now, but you're probably gonna feel so awesome once that's all done and healed and completed. So when are you gonna react to what the feeder said? Only I can call her that.
Nah, we're all free to call her that too, because that's what she is.
That was crazy. I feel so unhinged. I feel so unhinged. I feel literally so unhinged. Holy fuck. What does life come to in this moment? Oh my god. You know what's crazy? I always I have these things where I'm like, wow, life is good. I feel so good. Like this Zoloft is good. And then shit hits the fucking fan.
Lost Girl says, 1, do you have receipts? 2, do you own any of this? No to both questions, Lost Girl.
Shit hit the fan. And it's like, when am I, like, that's just life, right? Are we in a simulation? Like, I don't understand. Do you have receipts and do you own any of this? Lost Girl, I don't know what you mean. What's the point of having members when their only perk is sending you a message on live, but you only read super chats and ignore members who support you? It's because I'm receiving so many super chats right now, and it's hard to keep up with the whole everything of it all. Sorry. Get back to your original content. You're together. We are not together. You think
Amber's not going to get back to her regular content anytime soon. I mean, and look at the views that she's been getting ever since she crashed out. Holy crap. She probably hasn't gotten views and super chats and stuff like that in a while. Like, look with her lives. Look, people still sending her money. She's loving this. Don't let her fool you. She is loving this. Amberlynn loves money. That's what the girls love. They love money. They love making money. They don't care how they make it, as long as they make it. They don't care if it's a hater giving them a super chat or someone liking them, because the money all goes to the same bank account and it all spends the same. She's loving all this money.
I'd be doing this if we were together. No. Shaming you behind your back and yet see who claims to still love who morbidly obese too strange. I don't know. I don't understand it all. How deep is your belly button? Probably deeper than the Pacific Ocean. I don't know. You don't have to do this. Take some time. Raven, I feel unhinged. I can't stop. Can we see Romeo again? He is so cute. Oh, thank you. He's nowhere near me. He's over by the water bowl drinking. Nerdy, welcome to Stream Queens Mini. Okay. I'm taking a break. Let me see the screenshots. I have it on mute. I don't even want to see his face. I don't even want to hear a single fucking word that he's saying. He triggers me like literally beyond belief. Okay, first thing that popped up was,
Gee, I wonder why. Could it be that truth is triggering to narcissists because narcissists lie? Maybe it's not Mr. Snowflake that triggers her. Maybe it's the truth that triggers her. That's why she hates Mr. Snowflake. Because the truth, narcs lie. They get triggered by the truth. Truth is their kryptonite.
hi, Emily. Hope all is well. I'm about to kiss your ass so I can make some money and get some clout. What made you want to come out now and discuss your time with Amber? Okay. So, funny situation about this is Emily and I literally just got into an argument, and that's it. That's it. That's always what happened. Anytime you guys saw her talk shit about me online, it's literally only because we got into an argument. That's it. If that's not like some type of like,
and that by itself is a red flag. If you're in a relationship, you have a partner, you should be able to talk to your partner. If there's a problem, you go to your partner. If the problem is with the partner, the two of you talk to each other. That's the way it should be done. Not going to other people first, not using other people as a get back or a solution or revenge. You just don't do that. That is not healthy. That is toxic. If you're with somebody and the two of you can't talk to each other, you literally can't talk to each other, you're going to other people to talk to them. Red flag, flags on the play, flags on the field, flags everywhere, flags on Mount Everest. Time to go, time to pack a bag and leave.
I say abuse because it's like lack of a better word. Can you guys give me another word for it? I don't fucking know. If that's not whatever that is, then what the fuck is it? What is it? What the fuck is it? Tell me. Because I don't know. I feel fucking insane. Emily's response. Honestly, I was content staying silent for a long time, but you weren't. You weren't silent. What? I was silent. That was me. That was me. But I'm tired of watching her dodge any real accountability. You are literally the queen of dodging accountability.
No, you wear that crown. It's always been yours.
For you to say sorry, random fact, Emily does not know that word. I don't think it's in her vocab. She creates her own reality and expects everyone to play along. Are we describing you right now? The sad part is most people do because they're either scared of her and don't want to deal with the drama. But I hit a point where I just couldn't sit back and watch her keep rewriting the truth. You are not afraid of me. How many times have I said that I'm afraid of you? You are not afraid of me because you've gotten public behind my... Amberlynn, calm down. I'm about to have a BPD meltdown here on live. Can you imagine? Literally, behind my back, you've said awful things about me. You've done it publicly knowing that I would see it. If you were afraid of me, you would have never done those things. Not only that, if you were afraid of me, you would have never verbally abused. I've said that word so many times. This is not going to be monetized. Like, you wouldn't have verbally, is there another word for that? You wouldn't have verbally me repeatedly to my face, in text, in Messenger, in this, in that, on FaceTime, on the phone. You wouldn't have done those things if you were afraid of me. You're not afraid of me. There's nothing to be afraid of. There is nothing to be afraid of. Yes, you could be afraid of a BPD meltdown because those can be kind of hecticana. Not gonna lie about it. But you're not afraid of me. That's just easy for you to say to look like the victim. Sorry, what the fuck am I doing? I need to have this on ×2 speed. Like, what? Hold on a second. ×2. Oh, Snowflake replied. Well, I'm glad you decided to speak up so I get the money from it. So I guess we start at the beginning. I'm guessing everything was fine at the start of the relationship, or was there any little red flags? Well, there was red flags for me, but you know what? I was so fucking blinded by love bombing that I just like, red flags? What? They're in heart shapes though. All the red flags. It's all heart shaped, folks. It's all heart shaped. It's totally fine. And I also see red flags in the shade of pink. So it's cool. Let's see. Oh, we have a long. Okay. Emily said, at first, everything was great. I really thought I had found someone who was kind, laid back, and just fun to be around. She was able to carry on a conversation. And it's hard to find these days. Looking back now, I obviously was looking at everything through rose colored glasses. Wow, that sounds very Amberlynn coded. That sounds very Amberlynn coded because that's how I feel about you. That is genuinely how I feel about you. She really made it seem like she was a grounded, supportive person. I told her upfront I was grieving Colleen and still will be. Yes, that is true. She said she understood and respected that. Yes, that is true. Still do. She said it wouldn't be an issue at all. That is true. That was super important to me for her to be accepting of it. And for a little while, it felt good. We actually had fun together. We laughed, we joked around, and it was chill. I genuinely enjoyed spending time with her before she started showing me who she really was. I would love to hear who that was. I guess
Well, that's generally how new love goes. New love is powerful. It'll make you drunk. You get drunk on new love. It's intoxicating. But then the intoxication wears off. And then you're left with exactly what it is. The new car smell goes away, and then it's like reality starts to settle in, and you notice things you never noticed before, or they were there all along and you were just ignoring them and you can't ignore them any longer. So, yeah, like you got two toxic, trashy people that came together and they didn't see the red flags about one another until the new car smell, the new love wore off.
it was a typical scenario of love bombing. I stayed the same throughout our whole relationship, even to the point of all of the betrayals, the lies, the emotional cheating, the deceit, all of it. I stayed the same. I stayed the same.
I don't believe that. I saw something long ago. It was a comedy act. There was a comedian, and he described like when you get into a new relationship, the first few months of the relationship, you're not really meeting the person. What you're meeting is their representative. The best version of yourself. You're on your best behavior because you really want to impress the new person. You want to really wow them and get them to fall in love and be with them. So you're on your best behavior. That person is not really meeting all of you. They're meeting your representative. So I believe in the beginning they were meeting each other's representative. And then the representatives went away and then they had to do their own PR. So, like reality, ain't it something?
The fact that you can sit there and say that the roller coaster of our relationship that we were in was due to my love bombing and not your unwavering love. That is something that you told me, that I had unwavering love, that I was unwavering in general. And no matter what you put me through, I still stayed the same. That is what you said to me. But you, every day, I did not know what Emily I was going to wake up to. Was it the one that loved me? Was it the one that hated me? Was it the one that just wanted my belly? I never knew.
And if you are together with Emily, you'll never know. You know about her extreme fetish. Wouldn't that always be a question in your mind? Am I a part of this person or am I a fetish? And if at some point I want to get healthy, I want to lose weight. If I choose to lose weight, will the person go away because I'm no longer their fetish? is my being with them depending on how much I weigh. Because if that's the feeling, that's not really a relationship.
9 times out of 10, it was the one that hated me, especially towards the end. But I stayed the same. I kissed your ass because I was scared of you. Finally, when my BPD meltdowns, tantrums, whatever the fuck you want to call them, would snap, that's when my fear was gone, because I was so heightened and so scared. My fight or flight was
Okay, this person's super chat, they're saying, Amber, you don't have BPD. You're just abusive. So I have a question. Was Amber officially diagnosed with BPD, or did she diagnose herself? I'm not saying she doesn't have it. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But was she ever officially diagnosed by a doctor with this? Or did she diagnose herself? Because I don't think that she could diagnose herself. I mean, she might have it, but there might be also other issues that are untreated, unmedicated, that need to be dealt with. Also, this super chat, girl, you were warned so many times. Oh, yeah, definitely.
fight. The fact that you're turning this around and rewriting this whole thing to make you seem like a victim because my ex Beck might have been is fucked up. You know exactly what you're doing. Tell me why in every one of your relationships you broke up because the arguing was non-stop. Emily is that type of person who would wake up. You wake up in the greatest mood. I'm talking about me. Get me for an example. I wake up in the greatest mood. I'm in Wisconsin. I'm with my partner. We have wonderful fur babies. Everything's fine. She wakes up raging at nothing. First time, I was like, okay, this is weird. Second time, I'm like, whoa, is this going to be a pattern? Third time, I knew it was going to be a pattern. And that's what I had to deal with. Every day, waking up wondering, is she about to rage for nothing? I would wake up with anxiety.
And you wanted to be with this person? Again, red flags on the play, red flags everywhere.
It started with waking up happy to then waking up with crippling fucking anxiety. Just waiting for the next thing to drop. I'm scared of you. And you're rewriting history to the very fucking creator who called you a murderer. I could never. After everything I've been through, it was just nice to feel wanted and not.
Oh, I love this comment. Sarah Thrush says, quote, that's what had to deal with. Always in your own prison, refusing to walk out unlocked doors. Wow. Always in your own prison, but you're refusing to walk out unlocked doors.
Oh, it was just nice to feel wanted and not be so alone anymore. I did want you. I did. And you weren't alone with me. That's one thing about having BPD is I might be up your ass a little too much. Thankfully with Zoloft, I gave you a lot of space. And it felt good because it was space that I also needed. But one thing is, you were never alone. No matter what you put me through, you were never alone. I was always there for you. No matter what. You hurt me and I was the one apologizing for getting blood on your floor. That was a metaphor. I don't want people to take that serious. That's how our relationship was. I apologize for you hurting me. Constantly. Oh, now he has to sit here and read the whole thing. Oh, he put a video clip of us. Nice. Thanks for that. I don't want to see her. I hate Snowflake more than anything in this world. And I really hope that he gets some sort of like karma in his life, like genuinely, because it's not fair. Oh, his next question. Was it still nice when she came to stay with you? How long was she meant to stay? I'll answer that question. It was nice in the beginning, maybe for a few days. But I'm telling you, every day was a roller coaster because I had no idea what Emily was going to wake up. And that fucking sucked. It reminded me of my dad, low key. That's how it was when I was a child. How long was she meant to stay for? A few weeks. A few weeks. She didn't want me to leave. I didn't want to leave. That's how it is with lesbian relationships. U-Haul lesbians, we didn't make up that term. That's a term for a reason. But I do want to say one thing. I did not want to move to Wisconsin. I want to make that very fucking clear. I just wanted to stay longer. She just wanted me to stay longer. I did not.
Okay, question. Since you're talking about it, so you're in a relationship with this person, right? And you wanted to get serious. I don't know about Emily, but you wanted it to get serious. So that would mean if you're getting into a relationship with somebody, you're getting in deep, somebody has to move. So if Emily is in Wisconsin and you're in Oklahoma and you're getting in deep with this person, like real bad, and Emily has a job in Wisconsin, she's making money there, and you are in Oklahoma and you got a job you can take anywhere, you can stream anywhere. You're saying, I would never want to live in Wisconsin. How is the relationship going to work? Like, is it going to be like forever long distance? Like, you're not thinking into the future. You're getting in emotionally deep with this person. So the relationship has already got red flags for days. Absolutely for days. The signs are there. This is not the one. This is not the person you're supposed to be with. When you guys get next to each other, there's fighting, there's arguments, there's rage, there's drama, and you shouldn't be there. But you're insisting on pushing ahead. Uh, who's going to move? Do you think Emily's going to leave her job to come to Oklahoma with you when her job is in Wisconsin? So you're not going to move and she's not going to move. She's not going to give up her job. Like, how is that going to work?
Not want to move there. Did not. Her reply. There were little red flags early on. Like Amber would get upset if I didn't FaceTime her for hours every single day. Okay, hold on. I was going to respond to that. Let me finish the sentence. Or if I was busy at work and she didn't have time to message her. So first things first, the FaceTime her for hours every single day. That's true. And I think it's because that is the way that she said, okay. So her and Colleen would be on FaceTime for hours and hours a day. And that is how mine and Emily's relationship started. And it was because she wanted that. So when that became a pattern where it was, we were on FaceTime for hours and hours a day, that is what I got used to. It was like we were living together, but through technology. That is what I got used to. And having BPD, I have also very bad anxious attachment where like I need, thankfully, I just want to say I'm very much far gone from that area.
So you have this issue, but let's not deal with it. Let's not go to therapy and settle it to where you won't need hours and hours of a person's time to feel secure or to feel comfortable. Let's just let it continue. Let's not consider the thought that, I have this issue, and to feel comfortable, I have to be online with them all the time. This could be a problem later if I have this issue, because what if my partner can't talk to me for hours? What if they got to go work? What if they got to go do things? I'm going to go into a tailspin. Maybe I should deal with this.
I don't have that like anxious attachment feeling anymore. Thank God. It's been like that for months and it feels really good. I'm not going to lie, because it feels like genuinely you're in your own prison feeling like that. Like it feels almost impossible to heal. Like it is not a fun feeling at all. If you know, you know. So I will admit that that's definitely how it was, because that's, the pattern that we created together. And when I noticed, sometimes she didn't want to do that, my brain, because it's not wired the same as everyone else's, my brain would tell me she hates me. What did I do wrong? So yeah. She'd take it personally and get upset. Bam. Because that is the way my brain is wired, and that's unfortunate. During my first visit to Oklahoma, things actually seemed to go really well. But it was a short trip. We were still in that honeymoon phase. I hate that. I genuinely hate that, like that saying, honeymoon phase.
Yeah, but it's true though. The honeymoon phase, like the new love, getting drunk on the new love, and things are new and wonderful, and then all honeymoons have to end. And apparently yours did really fast.
Like, why can't we just say that we were happy together? Like, that's my whole thing about love
But you weren't happy together.
bombing. Like, you can stay happy like that. But it just goes to show that Emily was the love bomber because we were in that honeymoon phase. I fucking hate that saying, bro. Like, genuinely. It was during my second visit when things started to feel off. I didn't even know that. That's new to me. I didn't even know that. She would get irritated if I checked my phone or responded to my messages that weren't about her or focused on her. I'm sorry, but I do not remember that. And like, my whole thing with this whole situation is like, I want to be honest where I'm wrong, and I want her to be honest where she's wrong. And that's never going to happen. In Emily land, that's not going to happen.
So you're expecting honesty from somebody at the same time you're not willing to be honest and take accountability. You want somebody to do something that you are not willing to do.
If I don't remember something, I'm strictly just going to say I don't remember that. I'm not going to sit here and say that she's lying, because that sounds very much something like, Amberlynn at 24 would feel. So did Amberlynn do that then? Maybe. But I do not remember that. That visit also happened right after she posted who I was, and she was and the doxing stuff. Oh, we get to talk about that. Oh, I'm excited actually, because tea. Anyways, let's keep them. That visit also happened right after she posted who I was and the doxing stuff that happened. So tensions were high. So I kind of brushed it off at the time, thinking it was just stress. But everything really started to change when Amber came to visit me. Yeah, because I saw your true colors. Those red flags, and those lightly pink red flags that were heart shaped, they started to become brown.
It's one thing to start off things. If you meet up with somebody, start talking to somebody remotely, and you're getting along through text and through phone conversations, that's one thing. But you don't really know someone until you live with them. That's when you start to really learn about a person, like learning whatever quirks they have or habits, or getting more of a sense of their true self. That's the real test. Like, you can talk all you want online and relate to each other all you want online, but once you get in a person's personal space and they get in yours, that's when a lot of things are going to start coming through. There's going to be a lot of downloads, and apparently you guys found out by being actually physically close to each other that you are not good in each other's personal space, especially long term.
And every other color that I don't like puke green. And they were no longer heart shaped. They were like circles and squares and rectangles and triangles. Because of you. And I remember we were sitting in your garage, and while you're in your little recliner chair and you're smoking cigarettes, and I'm sitting next to you, and you said, you know what, something I really like about you, you're always positive. You bring a positivity to my life that I've never had before.
What?
You're a very optimistic person. That changed, didn't it? Why did that change, Emily? Why did that change? Why did I stop being so positive? Why did I stop laughing all the time with you? Why? Where did that optimism go? Why? What changed? Who changed me? Think about that for 3 seconds. Who changed me? It wasn't me. So the part about The visit also happened right after she posted who I was. I did not want to show anyone who Emily was. I actually have text message proof of this. We had talked about it in text.
Alex says being smug when you are also abusive is crazy. Teddy says you're so toxic. It's always someone else's fault. Yep. No accountability. No accountability means no credibility. If you're not ready to be hold yourself accountable and say so, like I did this wrong and I did this wrong and I admit to doing this, like what credibility do you have if you're not willing to admit to your own faults and your own mistakes and everything is everybody else's fault?
Text messages. I knew the hate was going to happen. I explained the hate. I told her I don't want the haters to find you. I don't think you can handle it. I don't want you to handle it. I don't want to post you. I was guilt tripped so bad. She would say things like, I don't want to be hid. I don't understand. Like, Alexis actually told you guys this. I'm not, Alexis lied about some stuff, but there was some stuff she was truthful on. I've always said that. But I was guilt tripped into revealing who she was. She would say things, I want people to know that you're taken. I don't want to be hidden. I don't want to be a secret. I was like stuck in a spot. I was terrified. I was like, I don't want to lose Emily. Like, I feel like I'm being forced into this, but I also don't want the internet to ruin it for me as well, because I knew exactly what was going to happen. And I warned her, and she still wanted it to happen. All of the doxing, she took it out on me. You guys, it was horrendous. I ended up getting cellulitis. I had 103 temperature. It was almost 104. My temperature was so high, I couldn't even think straight. During like the climax of it all, I couldn't even think straight. She repeatedly was calling me, telling me, and texting me, call lawyers, fix this for me, fix this for me. She didn't care that I was sick. I had 103 temperature. And I was genuinely like, when you have BPD, like you have that favorite person, they can do no wrong. It's the rose colored glasses situation. And that's very much how it felt for me. Like, I did not want to lose her. I'd do anything to keep her. So I'm like calling lawyers, Googling lawyers, while literally vomiting, almost 104 temperature, can't think straight. Like, genuinely, my brain was being fried, and all she cared about was me calling lawyers. I should have known then that she was a selfish person. I genuinely hate that this is even happening, because it's like, I still love her through it all. She could genuinely get a knife and stab me over and over, metaphor not, and I'd still love her. That's the type of fucking crazy person that I am. And I hate that I'm like that. I genuinely hate that I am like that, because I think of the happy times. I do. The happy times could be 10% of 100, and I would still think of them. I hate that he has to put clips of us like being all happy. Like, it's so annoying. Oh, okay. Her other message was she was originally only supposed to stay for a week or two tops. That's not true. It wasn't going to be some extended thing. It definitely wasn't going to be 3 months. No. We were planning on probably around 2 weeks, because that's when I'd be off of work and be able to take her home. But by day 2 of her being at my house, things already started to shift. It was weird how high strung she was that early on. I don't know what shifted, or it was the change in environment, but she just acted off. Emily, if that is the case, why did you want me to stay longer? Why did you want me to move in? Why did you call me? Why did you literally say that that was my home too? Why, when I came home because I chose to come home, you would message me saying, I immediately want you to come back home. I want you to be here. I want you to move in. Why did you say those things? If I was so high strung and I acted off on day 2, why did you allow me to stay for 3 months? Why did you not want me to leave? Why on your birthday, when I made you spaghetti dinner and I wrote you a card saying that I'm willing to stay if you change and you do better and you stop lying to me and stop being deceitful and stop calling me names? Why did you cry because you wanted me to stay that bad and I finally decided to stay? Why? Why?
Yeah, I got that question too. Like, how did 2 weeks turn into 3 months? I mean, that's quite the extension. That is quite the extension.
If on day 2 I acted that way, why did you tell me week 3 of me being there, you're the most positive person, the most optimistic person, like you're always happy. You're so bubbly and fun to be around. Why did you say those things? That's very confusing to me. And it makes me feel like I was living in a twilight zone, like genuinely.
Can I give you guys some thoughts that just running through my head listening to Amber? I just can't help but think, as I said earlier, if you got a partner, you got issues between each other, around each other, you got issues with yourself, really you should keep it to yourself. If there's any stuff between people, you don't bring it on the internet. Not if the relationship matters to you at all. You don't bring it here. You don't put everything on Front Street. It- this whole thing with her and Emily is like, yes, Amber is abusive. She's an abusive person. Things happen between her and Emily, and they're bringing it to the internet. And here's the crazy thing: in the beginning of this live stream, Amber is talking about this is everybody's entertainment, right? According to her, we are all entertained by all of this. Amber, you're what's making it a three-wing circus. So you decide to turn it into a three-ring circus, complete with trapeze artists and clowns and like just dancing walruses and whatever else, and then you open up the tent and say, "Come on in and take a seat on the bleachers because we've got an act for you tonight." But that wouldn't happen if you didn't come online and talk about it. If you kept the tent closed as it should be with a relationship, if you have a normal couple and they got issues with each other, it's supposed to stay between them. But the moment you go to other people and you start talking all your business, then you're going to get opinions about all of your business. And if that happens, you can't get mad at the people that know your business because you put it out there in the first place. So it's like you and Tommy, man, you guys got some bad relationship dynamics. You guys are coming to the internet and you're saying all this stuff to everybody else. Is this your way of communicating? Like, because you guys can't talk to each other, but you can talk to other people. If that's the way it is, boy, your relationship sucks.
Blah blah blah. Can I like fast forward this? Oh, there's more of us. Okay. She really didn't like that I had a life outside of her. Not true. I mean, I work 12-hour shifts. I have a
I don't believe that. I don't believe that you were not unhappy with her having a life. I mean, going back to Beck for a minute, what you did to Beck, putting a timer on how long they could spend time with the friends, how long that Beck could spend time with the family. Patterns, Amber, they matter. And it seems like your patterns carry over to all the same patterns appear with all your partners. Your patterns of behavior, your patterns of doing things with your partners, your way of responding to your partners, patterns that never get broken. Why? Because you don't change. You don't change who you are. So the patterns continue Toxicity continues. The need to control continues. All of it continues. And it all matters.
Family, friends, pets, a house to take care of. Those are true things, but I didn't care because she only worked like twice a week. So what? I have responsibilities. But anything that wasn't about her felt like an inconvenience to her, and she made that very clear. That is so not fucking true. It is absolutely insane. So when it comes to friends, she doesn't have.
Ma'am. She worked twice a week. If she's working 12-hour shifts, those are brutal. I'm not taking up for Emily here, y'all. I don't like Emily, but I'm just pointing out, like she's making Emily's work seem like nothing. Healthcare work is hard. If you're working at a hospital, you're working with patients. Like there's a lot of situations you deal with. It's like it's a hard job, and it's physically exhausting. You're on your feet all day. You're dealing with patients and their pain and trying to soothe their pain and make them feel better. Like you're probably walking like 3, 4, 5 miles, going from place to place to place, always on your feet, walking, doing. But trying to make the healthcare profession sound like nothing when it's a lot.
My friends. She had like a couple coworkers and stuff that she like kind of considered friends. I would always be like, why don't we go hang out with them? I don't understand like why she didn't want to introduce me to her friends. I thought that was so weird.
Oh, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. That's a huge one. That's large. If you're with somebody and they don't introduce you to family or friends, big red flag. Not introducing somebody that you just met, that's normal. At first, if they don't introduce you to family and friends, that's normal. Like they're just getting to know you, blah, blah, blah. But if after a while that ain't happening, ask yourself why. Why are they not like introducing you to their inner circle? Why are they treating you like a dirty secret? Maybe because they look at you as a dirty secret?
I didn't meet her family in person until like I genuinely had to. And I'm not going to say like that's personal. It's like medical stuff. I'm not going to like get into it. And I always wanted to like go to her families, hang out with people. Like I was miserable in Wisconsin. I don't think you guys understand. All I did was sit in her fucking room in her bed. That is all I did. Like I genuinely was. Oh my god, here she goes.
Yeah, well, maybe you should have been getting up, doing the laundry, taking care of the pets, taking the pets outside so they can go pee rather than pee on a pee pad. Maybe you should have arranged to have Twinkie's nails clipped. Like making a phone call saying, "Hey, Mr. Mobile Groomer, can you come clip my dog's nails? And while you're at it, maybe give him a nice bath. Give him some care." I mean, a phone call could have changed that. There is absolutely no reason why Twinkie's nails look the way they do. Could have done a lot of things while Emily was away working or doing other things. Could have busied yourself. Did you busy yourself? No, you were playing games on your phone and you were looking at reaction channels.
Message me. Dear Heavenly Father, grace me upon your presence. Like, what is it now? Oh, it's not popping up on my... Load to my MacBook, please. I want to see the text message. There we go. Are you really talking about my family? Oh, didn't say anything personal. I just said I wanted to meet them. Can you calm down, Emily? Like, for real. Like, you literally said in the message, I have family and friends and pets. Like, I'm just responding to what you said. Hot damn diggity. Anyways.
Yeah. Purple Puppy Deco says the fact she's not blocked is crazy. It is. It's crazy that all this stuff is going on and it's playing out in front of people, and I hate her and she betrayed me, and yet they're not blocking each other because they're not done with each other. They're really not done.
So it's like I wanted to go do these things. Like I literally just sat in her bed, like genuinely constantly. So the fact that she's saying that is crazy. I would purposely try to find ways to like leave the house. Like I was like, can we do like a Five Below challenge? So like I paid to do like this Five Below challenge with her and a family member. Not gonna go
Yep. Purple Puppy Deco says, block your blanker. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
into detail. And it's like, you know, I was like, oh my God, can we go to the arcade? Can we do this? Can we do that? We literally, like, the fact that we even went to Billie Eilish, like, loved that for me. Like, I'm always so appreciative. But it's like, anyways, I'm gonna ramble on about shit. Okay. I'd get home from a 12-hour shift completely exhausted from a stressful job, and she'd get upset if I wanted to go straight to bed. That is such a fucking lie. You have never in your life gotten off of work and went straight to bed. What? I feel like I'm genuinely living, like, actually in the Twilight Zone. She'd say things like, oh, you're not going to hang out with me, or ask me to take her to the casino or go shopping. We went to Five Below one time. We went to the...
Everybody is saying the same thing in chat. They're like, why isn't she blocked? There's a lot of people in chat right now saying, why isn't she blocked? Answer that question, Amber. Why haven't you blocked her?
Casino a couple times, and guess who paid? Me. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I'm not gonna lie, I spent a little too much at that casino, but I paid for that. And guess who else who wanted to go? Guess who else who loves the casino and the bingo and the scratchers and the this and the that? Emily. We got along in that way. She loved it. She never said no. She never said no. And did we go to the casino after you went to work? Maybe once, but it was usually on a day that you took off by your doing. So don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Please don't fuck with me. Like, I'm so tired of the lies. Like, genuinely, it is, I'm like, there's probably a word for it, but I can't find it right now. If I said no, she'd get upset. You've never said no. You never said no. And compared to her working on vlogs all day, that never happened because I didn't vlog at your house. I maybe did a few videos. I did a few fucking videos. So that's not true, Emily. Saying she still had the energy to do things, so I should too. Okay. None of that ever happened. And that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Amber expected me to constantly be available. I will say, I was a little like that. I was a little like that. I can take accountability there. If I didn't text or call during my breaks, or if I wasn't giving her attention constantly, she'd get upset or start a fight. That's due to my trauma. I will say that probably did happen. I can admit that one. I told her in the beginning that I need to be able to have alone time because that is how I decompress from stress. That's true. We've had arguments about that before she visited too, because she didn't like that. She would always accuse me of not loving her, and she was and how terrible of a girlfriend I was. I never said you were a terrible girlfriend. You became terrible. You became terrible. You became very terrible. She wanted me to call out of work anytime she was having a crisis. Or just felt like she wanted me to stay at home. Fucking lie. Fucking lie. Fucking lie. Oh my God. The flat out lies is what's really fucking scary to me. She was always in a bad mood because of this. I don't know what that means. If I did anything that didn't involve her directly, she would start an argument. Not true. All right, let's keep going.
Amber, people in the chat are asking why you still have yet to block Emily. Why are you ignoring that question? Several people are asking the question. Why are you like ducking, dodging, and weaving that question? Everybody wants to know, why haven't you blocked her? She's all these horrible things. Why haven't you blocked her?
I was exhausted trying to juggle everything in my life on top of her constantly being mad at me. You weren't really juggling anything because you didn't really do much of anything. We'd get into arguments and she just wouldn't let anything go. That is fucking you. That is literally you to a T. And I sit here and I rage and I rage and I rage because you pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. You lied, you cheated, you betrayed, you lied, you did secret shit, you verbally abused me, etc., etc. The list literally, genuinely goes on. I have never been more gaslit and manipulated in my life. I have never felt the way that you made me feel in my life, but anyone I have ever been in a relationship with, ever in my whole entire life.
You know what the irony is, Amber? If you are a liar, if you are a manipulator, if you use people, if you hurt people, if you are generally awful, at some point, you're going to meet someone exactly like you, who's going to be exactly like you to you and give you a taste of your own medicine. So maybe you met someone and you fell for someone that was a lot like you, like you met your match in the worst possible way. So all the things that maybe you've done to other people, all of the awful things you are to other people is finally being done to you. How does it feel? How does it feel to be hurt by a hurtful person? How does it feel to be lied to by someone who lies? How does it feel to be manipulated and used for filth? Maybe this is your mirror moment where somebody who is just as awful as you, who is just as trashy as you, was put into your path as a moment of this is your self reflection moment. Maybe when you look at Tommy, maybe when you're around Tommy, you're literally looking into the mirror of all your awfulness and how hurtful it is.
I've never experienced something like that, ever. And I told my mom exactly the way that you made me feel. And you know what she told me? Amberlynn, that's exactly how I felt with your dad. The shit that my dad would put my mom through was terrifying, and I had to witness that. The fact that you made me feel the way that my dad made my mom feel is fucking sick. I never knew how my dad made my mom internally feel until I told my mom the way you made me feel.
And there's a super chat saying what I just said. Perhaps a taste of your own medicine. Yeah, and she doesn't like the taste. She likes to dole out the medicine, but she doesn't like to swallow it. It's very bitter. It doesn't taste very good.
Think about that for 2 fucking seconds. And now I'm finally genuinely speaking my truth, and you're threatening me. Cool. Okay, she would gaslight, deflect, just typical narcissistic behavior. We both know I'm not a narcissist. Have I thought that in the past? Yes. Have I taken plenty narcissist tests? Yes. Have I talked to therapists? Yes, because genuinely that terrifies me.
Where did you take these tests? Did you take them on Twitter? You take them on Facebook? Where did you take these tests? Was it right along with a test of what celebrity are you? What fruit are you? What sports team are you? Was it that kind of a test that you just take on Facebook?
But you know that I'm not a narcissist. You know that I'm not. You know that. But the behaviors that you demonstrate, whether that be publicly or behind closed doors, shows textbook narcissist behavior. And it scares me. You scare me. But I have a
Ooh, Sarah Thrust says you fell for your twin flame mirror image. Sucks to suck. Yep.
lot of support behind me. I have my mom behind me. I have my friends behind me who have seen me go through this for months and months and months now. And that is what is giving me the strength to speak up. It's not me. I'm not strong. It's the people who are supporting me. And I've needed that. It got to the point where I started going into the other room just to sleep because she wouldn't stop arguing with me when I was trying to rest before a shift. That happened one time. That happened one time. And it's when everything hit the fan. And I followed you in there with my BPD meltdown, my tantrum. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I did. And I'm able to admit that. My pain turned me into a monster because of what you did. Yeah, I am able to admit that. And you're not taking accountability for anything, and that's terrifying to me. I'm not done with this video, but I sure hope that you do take accountability. I literally have to get off of here soon, so I need to go quicker because I literally have an appointment with my mom and my grandma to spend the day with them. She came into the room and stood over the bed. She told me
Yet this live stream went on for another hour.
that if I wasn't going to continue the conversation, which was basically her going on and on of how I didn't love her and all of this crap, then said, fine, if I can't have peace from being able to have this conversation, then you aren't going to either. She would then stand next to the bed I was sleeping in and intentionally keep me up all night. I feel like this happened every time she knew I was going to work. Like she was intentionally keeping me up because she didn't like that I wasn't home instead of work. That's a bullshit lie. That's a bullshit lie. I liked when you went to work. Not gonna lie, it was peace from you. I liked having those 2 days a week where I didn't have to be like, oh my God, is she going to be raging at me? Is there going to be a fat joke? Are we going to argue? I liked that piece.
Yeah, good question. Gabriel says, then why did you stay for 3 months? I mean, you guys aren't even like official. You're just going for a visit. Why did you stay for 3 months if things were that bad? To where you're like, I liked you not being here more so than you being here. That's a red flag, Amber. That's an indicator you shouldn't be around that person. Why did you stay for 3 months?
Emily. Genuinely liked that piece. That one time, did I stand next to the bed crying for you to hear me, to love me? I felt so unheard. I felt so unloved. I was betrayed. Like you constantly were deceitful. Did I do that? I did. I stood there, bawling my eyes out, waiting for a hug, reassurance, love, kindness, empathy, anything to show that you were remorseful for hurting me. And you did not give me any of that at all. Snowflake said, it sounds like she didn't want you to work and just spend all day at home with her. I'm guessing she used BPD as an excuse for her shitty behavior. I'm guessing so. What's your excuse, Snowflake? Emily replied, she 100% used her BP as an excuse. I do. It's also a reason. That's what's frustrating me the most. Anytime she'd have one of her tantrums, she wouldn't take any accountability and say it's because she has BPD. And she'd be,
Amber is still fired up about the video from Mr. Snowflake. She's not going to shut her mouth. She's going to milk this as long as she can. And Mr. Snowflake has said that there might be a part 2. I don't know what's going to be in the part 2. Could be audio, could be something else, but the text messages were just part 1. And Amber may think that she is being smart by doing these lives and like spouting her narrative in an effort to like get her narrative out there first and control the masses through her channel and make her coin. But I don't think she understands and realizes that by doing these lives and spouting off at the mouth for hours, that's just going to add more content for Mr. Snowflake. It's like they're letting you go first, like it's like when you were crashing out in your live, Amber, you were doing it because you want to put your narrative out there first. Well, when you put the narrative out there first, then the other side is free to reply. or rebuttal or prove your lies. So, like you spouting out with the mouth, you are just opening up doors to, okay, this is a lie and this is why it's a lie. This is a lie and this is why it's a lie. And here's a receipt. Which is going to do what? Make you look more the liar. You know, so just keep running your mouth. There'll be a part two somewhere.
Be like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to tell you how I feel, which is true. I am just trying to tell you how I feel. When she would literally scream at me about something like taking 4 minutes longer than I would have when I went outside to smoke. Not true. I told her she can't use that as an excuse if she refuses to do anything to help herself to get better. She made a lot of false promises of getting into therapy. So did you. You need therapy bad, girl. You need therapy bad, like on a different type of level. We promised each other that we would both get help, that we would take our medicines, that we would be better not only for each other, but for our fucking selves. For ourselves. I went to the therapy. I was going to the therapy appointments. I was taking my Zoloft. I was doing this and that, and you were doing nothing but every day raging at me and being mean to me for no reason. Going behind my back and saying awful things about me. She told me in so many different occasions that she was signed up and she never went. That's not true. Snowflake said, yeah, I remember a video where she said she found a therapist in Wisconsin. I thought, and right, she's been awful to Emily, and this is her way of saying, hey, I'm going to get help. Of course, Snowflake, because you create like narratives in your head. In any way that Amberlynn could be wrong or bad, you create that. The fact that I found a therapist, it led you to a pipeline of thinking I was awful to Emily, and that's why I got a therapist, is insane behavior.
Okay, let's keep going.
You were at work. I'm going to take a guess and say nothing. Lay in bed all day watching reaction channels. So no, I wasn't watching reaction channels, but yeah, all I did was stay in her bed. That is all I did. Let's see what she said. Yep. What? I feel like some of this is like out of order because this doesn't make sense. But the response was, yep, that was one of her manipulative tactics and staying longer when it was getting to the point where I was asking her to leave. I literally have journal entries. And I'm pretty sure I have messages literally telling you that I needed to leave, that I could not do this anymore, that I genuinely could not do this anymore. I was miserable. I would call my mom constantly, bawling my eyes out, Emily, bawling because of you. And my mom was like, honey, I will come get you. You deserve better. You don't deserve this. That was a constant everyday thing, an everyday battle. And you know it. I was miserable.
And yet, I'm just, all this stuff you're saying in the live stream, you went on for 2 hours with this, yet you haven't blocked her. It's like, does any of this matter if you haven't blocked her? Like, you can blah, blah, blah about Emily, but you're not blocking her. And the live stream that you did after this one, you're talking about wanting to get back with her. So does any of this matter at this point? Does any of this matter?
She thought she would get a therapist here. I'd let her stay so she could do the therapy. She did a whole lot of nothing, to be honest. I didn't do shit there. I was miserable. She sit around and watch YouTube videos, including reaction channels, all day. No, I did her laundry. She did do my laundry because I literally could not do the laundry. She had one of those laundries where you had to bend down. I could not, like, because mine's different. It's like, how do you explain it? There's the ones that are out like this, and then the ones that are like this. Hers was like this. And that's how it was when I lived with Eric and Ricky as well. That's how their washer and dryer was. And I couldn't like go down to get it. I'm too short and too fat. My stomach was literally in the way. I could not reach down and get my laundry. So yes, she did do my laundry, and she did it twice when I was there. That's it, just twice.
Wait, what? She was there for 3 months and the laundry only got done twice? Excuse me? That doesn't sound right.
I cleaned up after her and took care of the pets. She won't ever let Twinkie or the dogs out during the day when she was home. That's a fucking lie. So I'll come home from work. I have to clean up Twinkie's pee off the brand new floor that I put in and her dog's pee, but that's not true. That was from when we were fucking sleeping. I was really proud of the floor because I recently just put it in and did it myself, which is a lot of hard work physically. I literally, which I explained this in my last live stream, when her dog and her cat Princess, literally her cat Princess pees on everything, all over my clothes, everything. Genuinely, that was one of the times she did my laundry because it was all over my clothes, and I literally have actually text message proof of that.
Maybe it's because the cat was upset. I mean, I would be not that I'm, Amber and Emily's dealings don't care. But just for context, I'd be interested to know, was the cat acting that way before your arrival? Was that the case before you got there? Or did it happen after you arrived? Because animals get upset and they act out. They get stressed out. I mean, just think about it, Amber. The animals that were in the house were used to the house being their territory, their home. And then everything switches around to there's a new person, which can make animals very uncomfortable and very stressed out and very upset. And on top of this new person that's in their space, there's also other animals, including a dog and a cat, which they are not familiar with. More stressors. And animals will act out when they're stressed out, even just a little bit. Sometimes something small will stress out a pet. Like you put a piece of furniture in a different location, or you bring in a new piece of furniture and you put it somewhere. They're like, what is this? And then they calm down. Depending on the stressors and how severe they are, determines how the pet might respond to them and for how long. So was Emily's pets doing those things before your arrival, or did it happen after your arrival? I'm curious.
Her cat peeing all over my clothing.
Yeah, she's probably saying, I don't like you. You're an invader to my space. Get out.
She's not a bad pet mom. I'm here to say the truth. Emily is a good pet mom. She loves her pets. There's no like weirdness with that, but I'm just saying no pet is perfect. Actually, yes, they are. Mine are.
And I have a question. I know that Twinkie is not Emily's dog. It's Amberlynn's dog. And it's Amberlynn's responsibility, like, for the care of her pets. There were two people in the house. Did neither one of them notice Twinkie's nails? I mean, even if I'm not the owner, I would notice if a pet's nails need to be trimmed, and I would say something. I'd be like, oh, that looks uncomfortable. Maybe you should get them trimmed. Like, did neither Emily nor Amber notice, or they noticed and didn't care? I mean, because the nails were really, really long. It's really noticeable. And why didn't anybody do something?
Pets make mistakes. That's just how it goes. But what I did is, because I felt fucking horrific, I felt horrible, I bought these really expensive, and they're like attractive looking, like gates for her living room. They're not like these ugly looking things. Like they look really good in her living room.
And Shrimp Tempura just pointed out what I just said. Shrimp Tempura said you went into her house with 3 new animals. Of course, her animals freaked out. Yep. You got a new person in the space and 3 new animals also in the space. So it went from the animals being comfortable with just Emily, like, this is our human. We're okay with our human. We love our human. We're liking this, the privacy in the space of, we know what all this is, to what the heck? There's a new person and pets here? Is this too much?
The way that she has it, and like and then I bought a really expensive like Hoover, and I was trying to fix the floor for her. Like, even though it wasn't just Twinkie, my dog is elderly. Twinkie does make mistakes. Twinkie is not perfect. I'm not going to lie about it. Twinkie does make mistakes. I try my very hardest to take her out as frequently as possible, but while I'm sleeping.
So you took her out frequently and you never noticed her nails? I'm going to keep going back to that. Like, I'm such a good pet owner. I take her out all the time. I'm paying attention to her. Then why were her nails looking like that? Why? There's nothing you can say to me that would justify it. Not when there are ways to fix it. You can put your butt in an Uber with your dog, go get those nails trimmed before they grow into the foot pads. You do know that long nails on an animal hurt them, that it interferes with the walking. It makes it painful. Get your butt in an Uber with Twinkie, go get those nails trimmed. Or if you're feeling lazy, call the groomers. Say, hey, come help me out. I'll pay you. I don't care. I've got money. Fix it. Please fix it for me. Fix it for my dog. Didn't do that either. And you didn't go to Emily and say, Emily, can we go somewhere and get Twinkie's nails trimmed? You had a partner with a car. Oh my God. Like, just, why didn't you do it?
Or this or that. Like, she does have mistakes. It's gonna happen. She's very elderly. I've talked to the vet about this. Like, I don't know what to say about it, but I was very apologetic and I tried to fix it. That was something that I tried to do. Where was I? If you remember one of her vlogs, she talked about her responsibilities of letting the pets out. That lasted about 2 days. This started a lot of fights too. I let the pets out. Oh my fucking God, it's ridiculous. Where's the next one? He said, oh my God, where is the message? He said, ugh, disgusting. Only time I remember her talking about her responsibilities with the pets was when she did the video explaining how Rarity got out. I'm sure she talked about that stuff, but then I just can't remember. Actually, before I ask about Rarity, how did the tantrums get? What was the worst? If you're okay talking about it. If not, I'll shut my face. You know what's funny? When me and Emily were messaging last night.
Catch that? When me and Emily were messaging last night, you're done. Like, this whole situation is done. We were messaging last night. You're not done. The two of you are not done. This is so, never mind.
Snowflake literally was asking questions about my hygiene. Emily told me. Snowflake was literally asking questions about my hygiene. That's where his head is at, bro. That is where his head is at. This isn't.
Y'all remember the tarot reading I did on Amber and Emily? I'm like, this is all performative. This is for views. This is for coin. Is it sounding more like that now? That those two are in cahoots? Because Emily is going back to Amber and saying, oh yeah, Mr. Snowflake was asking about this, like reporting back to Amber. Does this sound like a couple that's broke up and are going to stay apart and they're mad at each other? Or does it sound like two people that maybe got together and they're like, what can we do to make some coin? It's sounded more like that, huh? Like, because you were talking about last night and Emily's reporting back to Amber and saying, oh, Mr. Snowflake said this and asked about that.
For justice for Emily. This is for clout and for money and for making Amberlynn look as worse as she can look.
You're doing it for clout. You're doing it for money. Aren't you? And I'm pretty sure Emily's in on it. It's pretty obvious. You guys are not even trying to hide it. You guys are talking to each other right now, ma'am. You guys are trying to play like you're enemies when you're not.
Like, if Amberlynn can look bad, he's going to do it. Even if it ain't real, even if it's not founded in reality, he will make me look as shitty as possible. That is his job.
And you know what, Amber? I don't think it's a stretch to say, do you want yourself to look as crappy as possible? Because you want to parlay that into views and money. Okay? Okay. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it really real. You want to make some coin. You know that drama sells. So let's drum up some drama, right? Is that the conversation you have with Emily? Let's just act like we get angry at each other and make it this whole doggone thing and put it out there in the girl world. Make some coin.
The tantrums. So
I don't know about y'all, but my bullshit meter went off a while ago and the needle is broken because it's all the way to the right. It can't go any further down.
really escalated each time. I started with her just shouting at me to escalating to her slamming doors and punching walls. That never fucking happened. I think I slammed a door one time because I was so fed up. I went to a different room, slammed the door. I was done. I like the betrayal, the gaslighting, the stonewalling, the cruelty, the fat jokes. I never punched a wall. Anytime I tried leaving the room, she would block doorways. She was also really jealous. I was very jealous. I'm a very jealous person in relationships. I've been very honest about that. Anytime I talked about Colleen, I made it very clear that I'm very understanding of the whole Colleen situation. But when you would compare me to Colleen in fights, you began to turn that into a weapon. You turned Colleen, this beautiful, caring, kind woman, into a weapon to hurt your current fucking girlfriend.
Again. Don't you feel a sense of deja vu, Amber? Because isn't that what you did with Beck? Didn't you do that with Beck? Like, you were with Beck, but referencing Destiny a lot. Like, that was the one you really wanted to be with. Always referring back to Destiny. You want to be with Destiny, you settle for Beck. Because you couldn't have Destiny. But even while you were with Beck was caring of you, cared for you. You still wanted to be with Destiny. Brought up Destiny. You know? So, how's your own medicine taste? How does it feel to feel like second fiddle?
That's when it became weird. That's when it became fucked. That's when it became awkward. Colleen was no longer your late fiance, but a weapon to hurt your current girlfriend. That's not cool, dude. That's not cool. That's fucked. That is fucked.
Oh, wait, hold on. This super chat. I just want to send love to you today. You're one of my favorite Capricorns. Is Amber a Capricorn? I would like to go on record as a Capricorn. We Capricorns do not claim her. She got booted out of the clubhouse a long time ago. We don't claim her. We don't know her. Her name is off the membership list. We want nothing to do with her. She is a shame to us. An absolute shame. We want nothing to do with her.
Fucked. You do not do that. I wasn't allowed to share memories or say anything about it really anymore, or she would end up getting really pissed. I wonder fucking why.
And here's another thing. Sierra says, slamming doors, that's not your house. Poor pets. Right. So you've got the pets in the house that were there before Amber got there. And they're used to their territory. They're used to their owner. Here's this new person in the house, new pets in the house also. And on top of that, you get the stressful energy, the yelling, the screaming, the fighting, the slamming doors, the punching walls. And Amber is in bewilderment while the cat is peeing on her stuff. I wouldn't be bewildered.
Because she became a weapon just to hurt me. It was psychotic behavior. You made me fucking crazy, Emily. And I've never felt that way before. Ever. But the worst tantrum was actually the night that Rarity went missing. Exactly like I said. And why was I reacting that way? For the audience watching, let me remind you. Emily and I were sitting in her car, and she had lied to me for weeks about this woman she was speaking to. She said it was a coworker. Turns out it was a hater that she was friends with, where she would talk shit about me. So she let me have her phone because, she felt guilty. She would stare at me right in my fucking eyes. The woman that she loves, she would stare at me in my eyes and say, I'm not lying to you. You know how many times she has lied to me and about so much fucking shit? It's unbelievable. I could write a whole Emily encyclopedia of lies.
And I'm sure your exes could see the same thing about you. In fact, they have said the same thing about you.
I might publish that. Who knows? She would look at me dead ass in the eyes and say, oh, this is someone I work with. It was a hater who despised me. So when she let me go through her phone, she didn't know that I could go to her screen time and see the apps that she was on. She was on Tumblr looking at naked women bigger than me right after having sex with me. And the picture that is so engraved in my brain that made my whole soul leave my body was this woman on an oxygen tank in a hospital bed.
That's creepy.
My whole soul left my body. And then in that same moment, I find her on Phoebe, which is where the feeders go to do their thing.
And how do you know this? How do you know about that site?
I clicked the messages. Literally the day that we met in person.
Is that where you go, Amber? The Phoebe site? Thanks for putting that information out there. Is that where you go? Is that where you guys have done content? Big oops.
She messaged a girl saying how sexy she was. She messaged another masked lesbian feeder saying, wow, we're rare. Masked lesbian feeders. That's the day I found out the truth. That's the day I found out the truth about everything. Well, not slightly everything, but most of it. I was destroyed. Destroyed. You want to talk about a crash out? I had a crash out. I had a full-blown crash out. And everyone that I have told this story to me who are close to me, I don't know if they're just saying it to like make me feel better, to save my ass or whatever it may be. They said, I would have crashed out too. Are you fucking kidding me? Emily, you hurt me so bad. And then you get mad and play victim because of my reaction. You hurt me, betrayed me, lied to me, deceitful, etc. The list goes on. And you get to play victim over my reaction of the pain that you caused me? No one deserves that. Why couldn't you have just loved me? Why couldn't I have just loved you? That is the part that is like, I asked her that so many times. It was unbelievable. Why couldn't we just be happy?
Because, Amber, you need more than emotion in a relationship. For a long-standing relationship that's successful, that's balanced, that's healthy, you need more than just a feeling, a crush, an infatuation. There has to be a strong foundation or everything's going to crumble. You guys didn't have one. You didn't build one. You both have issues, and rather than work on your issues separately and then come together, you decided to just let's not just ignore the issues and be together anyway. And that's why all your relationships are going to fail, because you've got issues, you've got massive amounts of internal luggage that needs to be unpacked, and you don't want to unpack it. What you want to do is take that luggage with you wherever you go and throw it on somebody else's doorstep and say, here, you deal with it and me. And it's entirely too much. It's too heavy. The person in question, they get overwhelmed, and they're like, I can't deal with all this. I can't unpack it all. I can't spend all of my time sorting through all this. I don't even know where to put it if I did. But that's what you do. You carry a tremendous amount of luggage with you. Huge. Could fill up a storage unit. There's so much. And then you wonder why does everything fail?
She saw me scrolling through my phone, and there was this woman on my Instagram feed. She flipped out and said I was micro cheating. The argument escalated really fast. She fucking lied. She saw this woman on my Instagram feed. She won't even admit to the Tumblr. She won't even fucking admit to the Tumblr. When I tell you my jaw is on the floor, can someone pick it up for me? Because I'm too fucking fat. She won't even admit to the Tumblr Instagram feed. What is actually happening right now? Anyway, okay. Whew, that was the first time she got physical with me. She threw things at me. What did I throw at you? You know what? Let me go right here. What did I throw at you, actually? I threw things at her? Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me go to the message. She threw things at me. All it does is take 5 words to make someone seem like a real fucking abusive bitch. I didn't throw a thing at you, Emily. Oh, she replied. The water bottle that was on my dresser.
Grace B says you can make your whole life public and then not provide receipts and expect people to take your word for it. Right. Back it up with receipts. That would shut a lot of people up. The things that you're saying, Amber. You want people to believe you, bring the proof. Bring the proof. It's all you got to do. It's real easy.
I threw a water bottle on your dresser. Okay, let me go back to the text message from last night where you said that I did not throw it at you. Here it is. You know when you picked up the water bottle?
No. You don't do that. Don't read a message. Show a message.
To throw at me?
You're doing it wrong. We don't trust you. We don't trust your word. You could be reading anything. Hold the phone up to the screen. Show everybody. That will be proof positive. No, not going to do that.
All I did was pick it up. I didn't throw it at you. And then here it goes. Where did I respond? Oh, and then you said, so when you picked it up and raised it like you were gonna throw it, what was that? That is what you said right fucking there. So did I throw it or not? The sky is fucking blue, folks. It's not pink. The sky is fucking blue. It is not pink. I wish it was pink. That'd be cute as fuck. That'd be cute as fuck. But how are you gonna sit here and lie? I didn't throw anything at you. Holy shit. I literally am so shocked right now. I just got you in a live 4K live here on the youtube.com with almost 5,000 people watching me.
Yeah. You know what? Hold on a minute.
Hold on.
Ray says the more you shout, the more it seems like you were the aggressor. And like she's over here, she's doing a live in front of people. Emily's not even there in the room. And I'm sorry, like she looks like someone that could get really aggressive really quick. Like if we're seeing this all live, what would happen if the camera was turned off and Emily was in the room and they were having an argument? Like how bad could it really get?
I need a fucking breather. Emily, we could have just loved each other. Do you remember when things weren't like this? When you were love bombing, how good that felt? Why couldn't it have just stayed that way? Why couldn't it have just stayed that way? Like,
because you're both toxic people, which leads to a toxic relationship, which leads to the drama and the fights and the arguments and the back and forth. Hello, toxic relationship.
genuinely speaking, that's wild. I'm like so actually shook right now. Never threw a fucking thing at you, girl. I'm not fucking physically abusive.
I don't believe that. I believe you are. I believe you have been. Too many people besides Emily have come forward and confirmed that. It was not just Emily saying it. What everybody else before Emily that has said it? Why do they all have the same things to say about you? How is it that all these different people are saying the same things, Amber? Over and over again. And the one connector is you. The one thing in common is you.
I was with Beck for fucking 5 years. Never threw anything at them. Never hit them. Nothing. I'm not fucking abusive. As I sit here and I'm like trying to pound it down to.
Ma'am, you were guilty of financial abuse with Beck, like being controlling Beck's time, putting them on a timer so they couldn't spend time with friends or family. Like just you were that is abusive. What do you mean?
To my own hand. The only person I'm abusive to is my fucking self. Look at me. I'm fucking 500 pounds. The only person I'm abusive to is my fucking self.
Are you trying to use your size as a shield now? You're trying to say, oh, I'm a woman of a bigger size, therefore I can't possibly be abusive. Oh, that's bullshit. It's not limited to body size, Amber, or a certain number of pounds. Don't do that. I have seen people of a bigger size get ungodly strong, and they will surprise you. I have seen people of a smaller size get ungodly strong, and they will surprise you too. Like, adrenaline is a thing. It'll make you ungodly strong. Like if you're jacked up on emotion and adrenaline, whoo, the damage you can do. But don't do that though. Don't try to act like I'm a woman of a bigger size. I'm no threat. I don't believe that.
Okay. Oh, dear Heavenly Father, I swear it. That was the first time she got physical with me. She threw things at me. I told her I was going to leave the room. She then oh my God, this is the part where I actually videoed my
Teardrop Hate Club says the way you are getting angry now shows how you were. Right.
My mom because it's psycho. Wait until you guys hear this part.
Like she's acting this way on live. What is she like when the camera's off?
She then grabbed my arm and dug her nails into my arm to the point of drawing blood. I have a picture that she later deleted months later. I have a picture of her. Okay, how do I start this? I want to dumb this down for dummies. I want to dumb this. Sorry, I haven't been like explaining that. I haven't been reading super chats, but this one I just have to like respond to. The way you're getting angry now shows how you were. Bitch, this is called reactive. This is called I'm reacting to fucking trauma. I'm reacting to being gaslit. I'm finally fucking like this is what they call when a narcissist constantly pushes and pushes and pushes someone and then they finally like respond, it makes them look like the fucking crazy one. It makes me look like I'm actually insane. You know what? I probably am. But why am I responding like this? Look at everything Emily has done. That's why.
And I agree with this comment. For Gore says, can you just do this crap in private? Why are you having this conversation with us? Good question. Like a lot of stuff that she said tonight on this live, it sounds like stuff you need to say directly to Emily, not with an audience. But you don't want to have that conversation in private because you couldn't monetize it and make money with it. You're doing this on purpose. You're doing this on purpose.
Pain that she has caused inside of me is so fucking painful that I can't even begin to explain it. It is like physically painful. It's mentally, it's emotionally. I feel like I'm going to be experiencing this for the rest of my fucking life. All right, let me dumb this down for dummies. Whew. Okay. Emily and I were fighting, like, not physically, sorry. We're arguing. You know, the BPD tantrums coming out of me. She's stonewalling. She don't give a fuck. Like, she doesn't care. She did all these bad things. She does not give a fuck at all. And her room, I've talked about this in live stream, it's cluttered. It has, you know, dirty clothes pile. It has this fucking rug that constantly flips and this and that. There's 2 huge dog beds. One's Twinkies. One's her dogs. Like, it's a mess. I end up tripping over the fucking rug. I'm going to like fall. Instead, my body goes onto her. She falls. I grab her arm because that's my instinct, was to grab her. That was like my first instinct, was to just grab her. So you know what she does? Oh my God. She takes a picture of her arm. I think it was, I don't know, an hour later while she's in her car. She takes a picture of her arm and she sends it to me.
Actually, you know what? I think that's weird. Like, if you're falling, the sensation of falling, wouldn't your instinct be to grab the floor or put your hands out, like, to brace yourself, not grab somebody else? And an almost 600-pound woman falling on top of you, that has to be terrifying, because that could do some damage
to me. Okay, keep in mind, she's wearing a short sleeve. The picture of her arm shows nothing. It shows nothing. The fact that she says grabbed my arm to the point of drawing blood is crazy, because I have the pictures, which she later deleted months later. And I'll tell you why. It was 2 days later. We're now arguing about the argument that we had 2 days prior. Talk about toxic. We're now arguing about the argument we had 2 days prior. Why are we arguing about that? Because Amberlynn's hurting. Amberlynn's hurting from the betrayal, from the lies, the deceit, etc., etc. God, those are like, I haven't said those words more times than I, like, that's all I can say is fucking lies, deceit. That's all I got. Like, that's all it was for a hot minute there. So, you know, you're hurting. It's not going to go away in 2 days. Like, it's not going to go away in 2 days. It's just not. So every time I'd go to express myself, we'd start arguing, and then it turns into this big old thing. So we're arguing again. She ends up leaving the house again. That's what she does. And she ends up sending, oh my God, you guys are never going to believe it. She ends up sending me a picture of her arm with these nail marks that are like so like deep. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, well, I'm literally on the phone with my mom, bawling, and I'm sending my mom these screenshots because Emily's in the car and we're like going at it in the messages. And I'm like, Mom, I think Emily just faked nail marks. And my mom's like, what are you talking about? Show me. I end up sending my mom the original from the night where I grabbed her when she was falling, the original message, the original picture in a message where Emily's wearing a short sleeve shirt and you see nothing. You see nothing. Emily literally.
Would you guys, I know there's a lot more to this live stream, Amber's making my head hurt with all of her lies and like just talking in circles. I think I'm done with this one. Like, I can't go anymore. Like, she's just going to excuse everything away. I think this react is long enough. Don't y'all? She's making my brain hurt. No accountability here. Absolutely none. Will never be. Because why? It's Amberlynn Reid, and she never does any wrong, and it's everybody else's fault, and it's her issue's fault. It's not her at all. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.